Hello everyone, welcome to Grand Arena Championships. We are in week 3, round 2 of season 1. So tonight we are up against Ultimo Jedi. Ultimo Jedi, this is going to be a little bit of a different Grand Arena for me, as when I looked through his roster, I immediately noticed that his arena team is the Grievous Suicide Squad. So that means if I was to place my Darth Revan on defense, he would one-shot my Darth Revan, and it would basically be an almost wasted team. The only benefit to using it would be that he'd get like 47 banners, a low banner count. But when I looked at his roster a little bit deeper, I looked at his Darth Revan, looked at his Bastila, etc. I noticed that his Bastila is slower than my Bastila. While his Revan is faster than my Revan, my Bastila is faster. So I should be able to win in a mirror match against this Darth Revan lineup. So I have actually saved my Darth Revan for offense, something that I almost never do. And that's going to be used in a Darth Revan mirror match, provided I find Darth Revan in one of these back zones. So Grand Arena just went live, so this is my first look at his defenses. I can see here he's got a Night Sister team with Ackbar, he's got a Bounty Hunter team, and another Rebel team. So he's got a pretty weak upfront defense, which does make me kind of happy. But we're going to be clearing the front territories. We're not going to attack the back territories until we can see what all is in the back. I mean, that's just general strategy. Everyone should do that. Got to find out what's in the back zones so that you can plan out your offense. Before we go in and look at my defenses here, we're going to go over and look at the comparison real quick on DSR bot. Okay, so we can see that I've got 100k GP more than he does, 4.5 for 4.4. Our top 80s are equivalent, as they should be. We look at our Grand Arena stats here. So these are starting to really be what's the word? They're starting to really describe how it is that you set your defenses, how it is that you perform on offense, etc. So, for instance, my last opponent had less offensive wins, he had less underdog wins, but he had a lot more defensive wins. This tells me that he goes heavy on defense. And again, if you look at the banners, he had 1,000 less banners than I did. He had 6 less zones cleared. So what this tells me is he goes heavy on defense. He doesn't save as much for offense. He's not as comfortable on offense because he doesn't do underdog as much. So this bot, if you don't use DSR bot, I strongly recommend that you start. And this, if you do the comparison before you set your defenses, you can kind of predict what it is that they're going to do based on how they generally perform. So this guy, I predicted he was going to go heavy on defense, and he kind of did. We'll go over our previous battles against him, and we'll be able to take a look at how well we do. So, but back to my current opponent, we can see that he is pretty equal across the board in Grand Arena stats. We both cleared zones, we both have good rounds won, we're equal on banners. I've got an additional defensive win over him. I do more, well, we're pretty much equal on underdog, and we're equal on offensive wins, so we're pretty equivalent across the board. Lifetime banners is the only thing that I am ahead on by about 2,000, which means that I am generally more efficient than he is. So that is something to keep in mind. If we look at our roster here, Zetas, I do have one additional Zeta. He has 7 more Gear 12s than I do. He has 3 more Gear 13s than I do, so he has a little bit better on the character roster. But we look at mods, I've got more 6 dots than he does. I've got an additional 6. And if we look at our plus 15 speed mods up to plus 25, I generally have an advantage. So he has 1 that's plus 25. I don't have any quite yet. I do have 1 or 2 plus 24s. But in general, like, I have the better fast mod sets. So he has 1 mod set that is actually faster than mine, and that's the one that he has on his Darth Revan. But other than that, I do have better mods. So, let's go ahead and we'll go back into this. Let's go over round 1 real quick. So round 1, I was against Peak. And as you can see, my defense is held. South Zone, I set my Night Sisters and my Bosk Bounty Hunters, nothing special in the team. I used Talia because my Spirit is not up to par yet. And I don't know when it will be because of this relic nonsense that's going on. I just can't afford to gear any characters because they want us to focus on one squad. Very annoying. In my back zone, set my crappy Ewok team and a kind of crappy Karth team with no Zetas on Missioner Zalbar. So I never expect either of these teams to get holds. They're generally just like, you know, if I assume that they're going to be placing a heavy defense, then I'm going to place a light defense because I want to be able to clear them. So that's kind of the idea. So and I almost always, when I predict my opponent's defenses, I'm always like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure that they're going to go heavy on defense. So I want to save as many teams as I can to be able to clear them. And then top zone, you can see he was not able to get through my Darth Revan. He went 3 battles against it, was not able to break through. And then my Grievous, he also one-shot. And he didn't get back to these teams, which are 2 crappy teams again. My like Gear 8 First Order team and my Wigs-led Rebels. So it's a good thing that he didn't break through that because he would have easily cleared those 2. But I mean, that's why they're back there. They're behind my 2 toughest teams. Now if we go in, let's take a look at what I did. So because my Darth Revan team is better than his, and he has a Grievous Suicide Squad, I decided to save my Darth Revan for offense. That's something I never do. I always place my Darth Revan on defense. But just because of this particular scenario. Now, if he had had the better Darth Revan team, I would have put my Darth Revan on defense because it wouldn't have done me any good. But I did save it for offense this time. And on defense instead, I decided that I would place my my Darth Revan counter on defense. So I put my Padme on defense, rather than putting 3PO in there though, or R2 like I normally would as a Darth Revan counter. I just put in Barriss. I've got my General Grievous squad there, and then behind there, I set my Jedi Revan. The reason that I set my Jedi Revan there on defense is because he was going to use his Grievous Suicide Squad on offense. So I don't need to save my Jedi Revan to counter that team. Now if he does place his Grievous on defense, I'm going to probably be pretty screwed because both counters that I would generally use for that, which would be my Jedi Revan or my Padme team, they're both on defense. So while I do have my Darth Revan squad, I'm not sure what all is going to happen there. So we'll have to see what happens. And I then placed my Ewoks also on defense in that zone. In my bottom zone, I set my Night Sisters once again with Talia, and I set my Bounty Hunters with a Jango lead. The Jango lead makes my Bosk faster than his Bounty Hunter, so he's going to have to use a different counter if he wants to beat that. He will not be able to use his Troopers. And Troopers against my Night Sisters, it's very common that my Troopers will actually get a defense with, or my Night Sisters will generally get a defense against Troopers with this combination. and that has to do with Asajj's leadership. Whenever Night Sister ally drops below full health, they gain turn meter. So they're going to target my Talia first because she is gear 11. She's weak. Now she's going to gain turn meter, and if like Death Trooper has gone ahead of the kill, or if Veers goes with his mass assist and puts ability block on everyone, Talia is going to use her cleanse, and that cleanse also gives turn meter. And so then my entire Night Sister team is going to go, and it kind of screws up the trooper counter. So this actually does work very well. It is very common for me to get a defense because people try to use their troopers. And troopers, they can work, don't get me wrong, they definitely can work. But they don't work very well against my particular team. And that's just because of how I've got them modded, how I've got them, and the Asajj leadership. In the back wall there, I did set, again, crappy teams here. I got my Karth team and my Wigs team. I was debating placing CLS on defense this time around because I generally will use my CLS as a cleanup after Padme to go after Darth Revan. But I did decide to save it just in case he went a little bit heavier on defense than I thought he might. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at his defenses now. We can see he's got a Night Sister team here. This Night Sister team does have Spirit. It's all gear 12, but I know what I'm going to use to counter that. I've got a very reliable 60 banner counter against them. And then he's got his Ackbar led with Biggs, Leia, and Chase. It's not very threatening, but we'll decide what I'm gonna do against that in a little bit. And down here we have Lando leading Scoundrels with Zalbar, L3, and Vandor. So Lando's gonna give them some speed at the very beginning. But other than that, it's not at all a threatening team, and he's got some pretty bad bounty hunters. I've already checked their speeds. My Stark is way faster than his Bosk. And as he's got a gear 9 Zam in there, that's going to be a probably pretty easy first kill. Although Jango is generally a little bit more squishy. But this is definitely where I'm going to be using my troopers. We just got to figure out which character I'm going to kill first. And yeah, she's 26,000, almost 27,000 hit points and protection, so she'll be an easy first kill. Troopers definitely could wipe them out. And then we just have to decide what we're going to use up there. So let's go ahead and we'll start on these guys. Hey Jake, how's it going? Nice to see you here, buddy. Let's see here. This was Bounty Hunters, right? Just got to make sure that I am choosing the right team. So I pick the right counter. So we're going to be going down here, and we're going to do troopers. And let's take this team out nice and quick with a 60 banner win. I want a good start. You just missed my my review from yesterday, or was it not yesterday, the day before. You missed the review of the last Grand Arena offense, and you missed the review of my current defense, which is different than I normally set. But other than that, no, you didn't miss anything. This is the first fight. Okay, so we're just wrecking him here, making him pay for putting these bounty hunters on defense because they're slow. So 60 banners, they never took a turn. Okay, so now we've got Lando team, and this is the team that I do want to take out next. I do have plenty of offense, but I'm just not sure what he's going to be putting in the back here. He could put his Darth Revan back here somewhere. He could put Jedi Revan. He's got a lot of good teams that he could place back in the back zones, and maybe he's just wanting me to waste my my better teams up front. But that's not how I work. So, let's see here. So I gotta think of how I'm gonna be countering this team. Lando-led Scoundrels. I don't like using Palpatine because of all the cleanses with L3. CLS is an option. Nest is an option because they don't have their own nest in there. My nest will probably wreck this team. He does have 2 reses, which can be annoying. My clones aren't geared up, so I'm not going to be using my clones. See, my only real, well, Vandor and Zalbar can both hit really hard, but there is no healing immunity and there's no daze. The only thing that they've got is Armor Shred, basically. And I don't think that Armor Shred's going to be enough to take out Nest. They've got, yeah. So I think Nest in here will work just fine. And the question is, do I want to use anyone else? If I were to use someone else, I would go with a Qira lead. And that would basically reduce my banners by 2, I believe. Maybe 3. Because Qira's gonna die. So the question is just, can Nest solo it? My Nest is built slow with tenacity. And what it's going to come down to is how much health does she have. So she's got about 24k health. It is definitely possible for either Vandor or Zalbar to hit harder than that. So I do think I want to use my Qira lead just to prevent, so that Nest is going to recover the protection, so that she won't be in one-shot range. So this should do fine. I will not be using Farm Boy lead, Jake. There's no reason for the extra tenacity, because there's no days on this team. There's no healing immunity on the team. So all that I'm doing is the extra survivability here from the Qira lead for this guy. So go ahead and we'll do this days, and we're going to be focusing on Vandor and Han first. So Vandor is going to be the first target. We're gonna go ahead and throw this on auto and keep Vandor targeted. So this should go pretty easily. Vandor may get rezzed by Cholo after I kill him, but I'm not too worried about that. So Vandor just lost his resin capability, so if I can actually focus on Captain Solo and take him out before Vandor gets prepared, that would be definitely ideal. So there we go, he's down. Now he got prepared, but it's too late. So now we'll focus on Vandor, so that he doesn't actually res anyone, although he's not prepared again. So if I can go after one of these other characters and take them out while he's not prepared, we're going to be in much better shape. So he's down. L3 is almost dead. Zalbar is almost dead. L3 got healed. Now Vandor is prepared again, so I do have to take care of him. Counterattack killed Zalbar, of course. But yeah, like, I haven't even been close. I could have done this solo on this one. Almost got him. It's really close. Really close to taking everyone out, but Vandor's his heal mechanic is making it a little bit of a pain. But here we go. This is the end, and we've got to win. 60 banners and promotion to Erodium. Alright, let's go back to chat here. Jake asking, can Gear 12 Jedi Revan Bindo and Gear 11 Bastila take a Phoenix team with Kanan and Zeta? I would think that they can. And Rayrock asking if I'm quitting. I am thinking about it. And that's about all that I can say right now, is I'm thinking about it. Okay, so in the back, as I suspected, he did place a Darth Revan team. So that's where I'm going to be using my Darth Revan. He also placed a crappy Phoenix team. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to go up top. We're going to clear this zone and find out what he's got hiding in the back. So we can try to decide what we're going to do. So we got Night Sisters here. I'm not even going to look at his mods because I know what I'm going to take. I've got a guaranteed 60 banners if I use my Geos. It's a team that not many people know about, not many people use. And it is such an easy 60 banners. It'd be nice if people actually watched my videos and like paid attention. But no one seems to. So no one knows that this is a solid, easy counter. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and we're waiting to cycle back around to the Brood Alpha's turn. Once it's the Brood Alpha's turn, we'll be able to cleanse the Plague off as we heal up. So right now you can see what I'm kind of doing is trying to spread the ability blocks so that they don't heal or dispel or do any of the nasty stuff that they can do. I got my team healed up now. Everyone's full health, everyone's full protection. We can go ahead and take out Daka so that there's no more rezzing. We're going to go ahead and take out the spirit, and then we'll go after the zombie. And it's easy 60 banners. I can't believe that more people don't use this. Every streamer that I watch on YouTube, they're always like, "Oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. I think, my Geos won't be able to take the Night Sisters," and like they end up taking a different team and getting less banners, and using their Geo team elsewhere and getting even less banners there. The Geos are a sure 60 banners against almost every single Night Sister team out there. So bugs for defense, they're a good defensive team. They pull out Traya. That's about all that I can say, is they pull out Traya. It would be much better if they it'd be much better if they could pull out more teams than just Traya. But yeah, it's nice to use bugs on defense just to pull out Traya. Okay, so over here we had just a rebel team, Ackbar lead. What I'm thinking here is just a Rex Wampa team of some sort. Maybe Rex Wampa, and if I have Hoda, I can still use Hoda. But Hoda might have been on defense. Nope, he's on offense. Good, I did save him. So yeah, Rex Wampa Hoda should be able to take out this team. I think I actually have that as a squad. Yep, I did not whale out on my relics at all. Okay, so Rex Wampa Hoda here. Rex is gonna die. They don't have any stuns. They don't have any days. My days will really help to neutralize some of their damage output, especially if I save it for after Ackbar does his cleanse. Question is, do I want to put a fifth or a fourth member in this team? Let's see here. If I put a fourth member in the team, it's gonna be a tank of some sort. My old Ben I did place on defense. So Baze would be a choice. And the question is, do I actually need a tank? Yeah, I am a little bit concerned because they do have quite a bit of DPS. So I think I am gonna play it safe. I will bring in Baze. And that'll take some of the fire off of Wampa until he can kind of get rolling. And hopefully Hoda will be able to keep up with the healing, and I won't lose anyone. But we'll see. So this should be able to do it though, pretty easily, I'm assuming. Alright, so we're gonna start off by giving this to Wampa. And now, so Ackbar did just use his cleanse. Let's go ahead and daze everyone. Qira still does have his daze, but we just were able to cleanse right there, which is very helpful. I kind of want to finish off Baze right now because he's so low. It should be able to. Oh, so close. All right, that'll do it though. No, seriously. I've almost got him down. If I can just get a nice big hit on him. Okay, so he's down. That's good. Now we'll focus on Princess Leia, as she has the next most damage output. Let's go ahead and heal up a little bit there. And there she goes. So now I kind of want to avoid attacking Qira with a straight up attack because of his counterattacks. So there he goes. Got some days out there. We're gonna let's annihilate Ackbar. Oh, didn't kill him. Almost got him down. Alright, so there we go. So this will be, what, like 59 banners, 58 banners? 59. So pretty good. Not the best, but 59 banners will do. Got an undersized squad in, so we can see what's in the back. Top territory here. Okay, so we got Rex, and we got clones with Barris and R2. And I've heard that clones with Barris and R2 can be a pretty good defensive team. But I've got so much left that I really don't anticipate this being that difficult. The whale in the room is, of course, going to be this Darth Revan squad. That's what we're going to go after next. And we are going to mirror match it. He does have the faster Darth Revan, but I do have a faster Bastila. Now, the only caveat here is that because my speeds for my characters are so slow, I've never actually done a full mirror match. So he was at 279 with his Bastila. And I'm at 303, so I am definitely faster on my Bastila. But his Darth Revan is definitely faster than mine. So here's my Darth Revan at 313 speed. I want to say that he's quite a bit faster. $325, yeah. Okay, so he's gonna go first. He's gonna fear. Then my Bastila is gonna go. And my Bastila will apply the Corrupted Battle Meditation and will be able to fear and land some debuffs. Yeah, so I'm not sure how this is gonna work. I honestly don't know. Because, like I said, I have never done an actual mirror match with Darth Revan. Because my mods are so slow, I have to use, in my arena squad, I have to use Grandmaster Yoda. Because my mods are so slow in comparison to all of the whales on my shard. So I've never done an actual mirror match and been able to win because I've never had the faster Bastila Shan. So this is kind of an experiment in a way. But we will we'll see what happens, and I'm gonna hope for a win. If not a win, hopefully I'll be able to at least take out 4 of the characters and be left with just like Malik or something. So we're gonna go ahead and go into this. And he's gonna go and fear, and then I can go and I can fear. And we're gonna try to land a shock over here. Prevent him from taunting. Awesome, and I was able to actually fear Bastila on her turn as well. Not that that really matters. I got Corrupted Battle Meditation, so I don't really see the point in throwing the grenade. Other than just doing the AoE damage. I'm going to actually save the AoE, and I'm just going to target here on Bastila, and let's drain her. So that's going to finish her off. And now I can actually fear their entire team because I don't have Corrupted Battle Meditation. So let's do that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to focus here on HK. Alright, let's see here. I've got a big shot available. That's, I don't know if I'll be able to one-shot his Darth Revan, but let's give it a shot. Boom, yes. Yes, I can. Alright, let's try to land a shock over here. We're going to try to take out his HK. Work on Sith Trooper. Because I don't want to get feared with all the crits. Go ahead and throw that AoE out there. Okay, so he did shock me, which is not great, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and shock him. And he's going to drain my Sith Trooper, but he's still going to be alive. And let's go for the win here. Go for the kill. So it's not going to be amazing banners. 56. Better than I thought it was going to be, for sure. But 56 banners against the Darth Revan team, I'll take that any day of the week. Okay, so what's the next hardest team? The next hardest is going to be his clones. Now I've got Jedi Rey, I've got CLS, I've got Traya. So I've got quite a bit left here. And I'm pretty sure that even with Barriss, that my CLS will be able to take this out without too much difficulty. And I can save R2 for a JTR team. Let's see here. Trying to decide, do I need a 5th member? As I do have Gear 13 on these 2 characters, that's pretty beast. As long as I can get rid of Rex really quickly. I should not have any problems in beating this guy. So 5th member, if I was going to use anyone, would probably be Ezra. But I really don't think that I need a 5th. Yeah, I'm going to go in with just 4, and we're going to see how this goes. I'm pretty sure that 4-man will be able to work. And I hope I don't regret it. So we're going to go after Rex first. Let's finish him off here. Oh, really? Oh, that's right. 5s. It's okay. 5s didn't have the Zeta. That's why I was going after him. Alright, so he's down. We're going to go ahead and we're going to finish off Echo here. We'll call assist from Han. There we go. Let's go ahead and dispel those buffs. I kind of want to go after R2 first because of that burning. Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely did not need that fist, so I'm glad that I... glad I did that. Okay, so I did not get full protection on one character, but that's okay. So I got pretty good banners. Where do you farm Barris at? Good question. I kind of remember her being in the guild store, I think. Mine is on defense. Where is it that you get her? Let's see here. Find her shards. Okay, so she's in 5C, 5E dark side. She's got a Cantina node 6A. And if she is in the guild store, she does not show up every day. Okay, let's go back into this Grand Arena. Do I have any feats? I don't think I have any feats. Looks like I have 2. Oh yeah, my Erodium promotion. So I got that. Get this lovely crappy gear. Win 10 battles on my first attempt is done, so get that. And I'm on my way to Kyber. I wonder if I'll actually make Kyber this time around. Alright, so if I can win these next 2 battles undersized, I will have completed my 3rd stage of this, of the undersized, which I think is kind of impressive. And yeah, against a Phoenix team and an Ewok team, I should definitely be able to do undersized against these guys. Okay, so the question is, what do I want to do here? Let's look at his speeds real quick on these Ewoks. 189. $188. 193 on Poplu. 222 on Wicket, so Wicket's kind of fast. And 200. Okay. What I'm thinking about using here is going to be Palpatine. Use Palpatine, Vader, and Thrawn. And I've already used my Wampa. So I think I'm going to use these, and I'm going to use Shore Trooper as a 4th. So I used Qira and Nest against one team, and I used Rex Wampa Hoda against another one. Traya I was thinking about using against the other team. Although, actually, Ewoks attack out of turn a lot. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all. So I could Traya and Scion this. And I probably use JTR undersize against the other one because JTR has some protection recovery. So what I can do here is Traya, Scion, and Thrawn. Thrawn can give me protection recovery here. And yeah, this should work perfectly fine. And then, like I said, on the bottom side, I can use JTR with so JTR, BB-8, R2, and Finn. And then I've got a lot of protection recovery down there, and I should be able to max banner both of these with undersized. So, good idea, Bilma. So let's start by, we're gonna send a Fracture over against Logray, because I don't like that. We'll go ahead and get rid of that taunt. We're going to isolate over here. And all this attacking at a turn is helping me out. Okay, let's okay, well, I'm forced to go after here. No big deal. One-shot him. So I can't do him yet. Let's go ahead and just one-shot Chirpa, almost. Okay, let's top off protection. Finish you off. And let's try to get Logray out of there. And Wicked is next. And now all we've got left is Elder. And I am pretty much full protection on everyone. I should be 62 banners. Oh, 61. It didn't count. I guess maybe Scion was just a tad bit low. Oh well. 61 banners, still, you know, anything above 60 is pretty good. And my opponent has started attacking, so he's one-shot my bounty hunter team, and he's in battle against my Night Sisters. He has not attacked my north side yet. Alright, so now we have just this Phoenix team, which is not that great of a team. And we're going to go ahead and JTR this with Finn. And I should be perfectly fine if I can find Finn. He's going to be low because he's not geared very high. Alright, so let's go in here, and I should be able to hopefully finish with 61 banners. Alright. So let's start with a stealth. We're going to try to control Sabine, because Sabine has an AoE. If I can even kill her right off the bat, it'd be great, and I should be able to do that. I think I can. Yeah, alright. Pretty nice. Now, since I'm stealth, I can AoE here. And with him being stunned, he's not dodging. All those counterattacks, they're nice. Alright, let's go ahead and do that over there. We're going to try to finish off Chopper. We are going to... Are we going to taunt right now for the protection recovery, or are we going to save it? I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to taunt for that protection recovery. We're going to toss the foresight over on him. And JTR can finish off Chopper. And that dodge is incredibly helpful. But that's why I gave him the foresight. Let's try to stun Ezra, and we're going to try to kill Ezra. He is their biggest DPS. At this point, let's keep foresight on him, and let's try to just keep everyone else stunned. More protection recovery. Again, trying to stun. Didn't quite get the stun, but that'll kill him. So, and with the rest of these guys stunned, we'll be max banners on this one. And there we go. So 61 banners there. I had a pretty high average. We're going to find out exactly how high of an average that was. 1917. So 59.62 banners on average. Pretty decent. And he has one-shot my Night Sister team. So let's go back over to that calculator. I don't know why I closed it. So he had 1010 minus 720 minus 180 is 110. Divide that by 2. So he had 55 banners on average against my Night Sisters and Django team, which is pretty low. He's got a lot of banners to make up. With 55 banners on each of those teams, and he had to make 59 on them, that's 8 banners, pretty much 9 banners that he has to make up elsewhere. And that's going to be really, really difficult to do. So he's in battle against my Grievous team now. We're going to kind of hang out and find out how well he does here against this Grievous squad and against the Padme squad. And that's going to tell us how well, or if it's going to be possible for him to win. I don't think it's going to be possible at this point, but we're going to hang out and we're going to find out. Is it better to work on a Padme team or a Grievous team for the future? I would say Grievous at this point is better. I mean, they're both good, but I personally think that, okay, so you got 57 banners on that one. So now he's got what 10 banners to make up on 5 teams. It's gonna be really, really hard. Okay, so yeah, Grievous, I think Grievous is a much more fun team than Padme is. Padme's good, Grievous is good. Grievous, I would say, is actually going to be better than Padme. Padme can take out Grievous, Grievous can take out Padme. Grievous is more fun than Padme. So, Grievous is also needed for Darkside territory battle. Padme is likely going to be needed for, well, is certainly going to be needed for Lightside territory battle. Yeah, Grievous is, I would say, much better than Traya as well. On offense, Traya can take out Grievous, but it is very, very, very risky. Not likely gonna happen. Especially now with Gear 13. So when it was Gear 12, Traya was a pretty solid counter. Even after the reworks to Grievous's leadership and IG 100, you could still use Traya against Grievous, but now like people still use Traya as a counter to Grievous, but it is not near as good. It is extremely risky. True. Grievous almost does, well, he does need Gear 13 to be really good. Let's see here. Trying to figure out. Well, he had 57 banners. I know that. So 57, he's at, alright, let's clear up some of that confusion after I do this little math. So he's got 1302 minus 720 minus 180, 180 is this. He's at right now 55.5 banners on average. But let's say minus 110 because that's what he got on the South Zone. And he's minus 57, so he got 55 banners on my Padme team. So my teams are definitely doing work. He's sitting, like I said, about 55 banners on average, and he had to make 59 banners on average. So now, let's do a little bit more math here. 1917 minus 1302 minus 180 minus 180 is 255. He's got 4 teams left. He has to get 64 banners on average in order to beat my in order to beat me. So this is a win, 100% for sure. There's no way that he can do 64 banners on average, because that means he has to do one character on every team, and he has to finish max health and protection on all 4 of those teams with one character per team. So it's not going to happen. It's impossible. So it is a win. Thank you everyone for tuning in for Grand Arena Season 1, Week 3, Round 2. We will be back in a couple of days to find out who it is that I am going to be up against for the finals. It's either going to be Poi Poi or Darth Mysterious. Not sure which. They're both pretty good, so yeah, let's hope for a good matchup in that final round. I did enjoy this matchup. I will be the first to admit on this one. It was very fun to actually change up my offensive and defensive strategy, because I was pretty sure he was going to put his Darth Revan on defense. My Bastila was faster. I was pretty sure he was going to have Grievous for offense. So, like, it was just, like, it was perfect. Me being able to, like, save my Darth Revan for offense, place different teams on defense than I normally do. This was great. I really, really enjoyed this matchup. I hope that my opponent reaches out to me so I can chat with him a little bit. And yeah, but thanks everyone for tuning in. If you liked it, please do like and subscribe. Hopefully I will be, of course, sticking around and doing some additional Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes in the future. But we've got to see where this relic system takes us. If it really messes up the matchmaking in Grand Arena for the next round, like, that may end up being the last straw for me. But we will see. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and I will see you on the next Grand Arena.